Well, I started with IT since March 1970, after my national service. And I started as a craft teacher, right? Teaching electronics, right? And during those days, besides teaching electronics, we also teach other related subjects like physics, sheet metal work, quite a variety of subjects. We almost teach whatever the syllabus requires. Until 1973, I went overseas on a Colombo plan scholarship to do color TV, and started teaching at Singapore Technical Institute. Right? In 78, I went overseas again to do my degree program. So I did a degree in electrical electronics engineering, and also did a master's in business admin. So when I returned in 82, then I became, I taught for a while before they made me a head of department at Jurong VI. And after a few months, then I was assigned to be training manager in Aljunied Vocational Institute. That started my managing career. So in my managing career in the VITB days is very exciting because I spent a few years at each training institute. So started at Aljunied in 1984, and then spent about I think 2 years. Then I went to headquarters for a while. And 87, I was appointed training manager at Jurong VI. About 89, I was manager Baharuddin VI. 90, I was manager in Clementi Institute. There was a period where I was managing Baharuddin VI and Clementi VI at the same time, right? Before handing over Baharuddin to Temasek Poly. Right? Then I continued as manager in the Clementi until 95, when I went over to Singapore Technical Institute at Circuit Road. And I eventually brought the whole team from STI to Tampines. After that, then under ITE's program, I spent some time as a campus manager. And then besides campus managing, we also took on other roles, right? For me, I started taking a role as customer service manager. After a while, I became manager of estates. So I've been taking up quite a number of managerial positions in IT, and I think my life in IT has been very exciting because every few years I take on a new responsibility. When I was managing Jurong, our students like to run. And so what we did was, when we tarred the road between two workshops, I drew track lines. So my students are able to do the sprint, 100-meter sprint. They practice because the road was very nicely tarred, and so they could practice their sprint. If not, there's nowhere they could go except go to the sports complex, which is quite far away. So within the campus now we have a road that is tarred with track lines on it. And then in the 1990s, when I was managing Clementi, there were some interesting events that we did. One of which, together with the students, I brought the students to Japan with 2 staff. We had some homestay, and we visited the Nissan factory. And we went from a place called Chinyo Shitome, down south of Kyushu, and then we went right up to Tokyo. During that time, there was no EduSave and all those things, so the students had to work hard to raise funds for themselves. Students sold ice cream, and they made money so that they could support themselves for the trip. Each student paid more than $1,000 each. And we also started, during my period also at Clementi, started the co-op shop. And our co-op shop, the advisory committee gave us $500 to start. And when I left, I think we had about $20,000. But we had certain strategies which we made it compulsory for students to purchase those items. Yeah, because last time there's shorthand and so on. So there are a lot of materials which the students need. And so we made those things available.